Hey everybody, I'm going to talk about something kind of weird today. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of sleep paralysis. I've heard of it for, probably 5-10 years now. It's something that's, been talked about a lot on the internet, especially on sites kind of like 4chan and Reddit. And there's a couple of sites on Facebook that are, creepy. They just, post really creepy stuff, and they post a lot of, fake stories that people write. So for me, for years, I thought sleep paralysis was something that was not real. I mean, I thought it was kind of something that people use to kind of scare people and, write creepy stories and all that stuff, but I actually experienced it for the first time in 24 years the other morning. My husband leaves for work pretty much the same time every day, comes in, gives me a kiss, and leaves. So I remember laying in bed the other morning, and I was, kind of in that state where you're, kind of asleep, and you're kind of awake, and it's you're in between, kind of you don't really want to get up, but you could definitely fall back asleep. So he came in, gave me a kiss, and then left. I heard the door close, and I heard his car start, and I heard him pull out of the driveway. And I remember it was, all of a sudden, I got this, overwhelming sense of, panic over me. I remember feeling really, really, really hot, and I'm, totally not joking. I had my eyes closed, so I wasn't, looking around the room, and this image, came in my mind, and it was, I could see it before my face, and it literally reminded me of, Pinhead. It was white and creepy, but it had no features. It had no face, no nothing. It didn't say anything, or it didn't, some people with sleep paralysis, actually get touched, or, talk to. It was literally 60 seconds, and it just came across, went away, and I remember during this, I was trying to wake up. I was because, usually in the morning I get up, I kind of lay in bed for a few minutes, and I kind of move everything around, and I kind of roll over and get all, ready to get up, but I couldn't move. I remember trying to move my fingers, and the sensation was there, my fingers had this sensation to them. It's really hard to explain. But I couldn't move them. I kept trying to, just wiggle, the tips of my finger, and I couldn't. And I remember, freaking out in my sleep, because I couldn't do anything. And it literally, like I said, only lasted, 30 seconds, maybe a minute and a half. It wasn't very long. And I remember just, jumping out of bed and, not wanting to go back in my room. And, I guess what I'm saying is, I've been skeptical about it for a long, long time, but I totally believe now because it happened to me. I often get caught in that, kind of sleepy, kind of awake, state, but I never, I've never had this happen. I mean, when I say that, it's, sometimes my husband watches, he stays up and watches movies, or TV or Netflix, through the night, and it's, in my sleep, I can hear the TV show, so it's, I'm not fully asleep, but I'm not fully awake, and this is definitely, was totally different. It was, I was awake, but I couldn't do anything about it, I couldn't get out of whatever state I was in to wake up, and it, definitely, wasn't a nightmare. And I've done a lot of research in the last couple days, because this happened probably about 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm just, blown away at, how common this happens to people. Some people have this happen, once in a lifetime, or, multiple times a week, and it's definitely creepy. And, I thought I'd make a video about it because I definitely am definitely very skeptical before. And I know a lot of people on the internet are very skeptical, but I am just, totally, I totally believe it now, and I will never, because I used to read stories about it, and I'd be oh, haha, funny, way to try to scare people, but it's, it's so real, and it's so weird in the situation, and I've actually been talking to people online, and it's super common, people have this happen often, so it's, I just am, blown away that this happened, and it's definitely creepy, and I'm kind of, worried that it's gonna happen again, but it hasn't. I mean, it's been, excuse me, probably, 3 or 4 days, and nothing's happened, and, I mean, I guess I kind of understand, too, why people say, they think their house is haunted, because, this was creepy. I literally felt there was, an entity in my bedroom, and I've lived here for 4 years, and there's nothing's ever happened So I definitely don't think it was, like, something trying to make contact, because I've lived here for, like I said, for 4 years. Nothing has happened. Nothing, nothing has been moved. Nothing that would make me think that there was something here. I mean, I figure 4 years something would happen. So it definitely, from people I've talked to, is, like, a classic case of, like, sleep paralysis, and it's definitely frightening, and I just want people to know that, like, I'm sorry for being so skeptical. Now that I've experienced, I definitely know that it's not a joke, and it's something to be taken very seriously. And I can't imagine what people go through that, deal with this on a, weekly basis or daily basis, because some people deal with it a lot, and I've only experienced it once, and I'm, like, freaking out. So I just, I wanted to make a video and kind of bring awareness to it, because it's definitely frightening. So, I will put some information in the description below about, like, sleep paralysis, and maybe the link to the documentary I watched if I can find it again. But it's a very interesting subject for me, and I actually, I don't like to talk about it a lot, but I see a therapist, and we talked about it, and it's so common, and it's like, because, like, I thought it was this thing that's, like, super rare, and, like, people don't experience, it's, like, 1 in a million, and it's like, no, this is super common, and there's a lot of, information about there, and it doesn't seem like they know what causes it. But I will leave a bunch of information in the description below, and you guys can read about it and, make your own opinion about it. But I definitely am a believer now, because it happened to me, and first-hand experience, and I'm the type of person, like, I believe in a lot of things. I believe in a lot of things that nobody believes in. I mean, I believe in, like, fairies, and, that sounds kind of funny, but I believe in a lot of, like, spiritual things, and this just, I thought people, experience, it was just like a nightmare or, some mind-altering experience, but this is definitely real. So, alright, I will definitely leave some information in the description below, and you guys can make your own opinions. So, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will be making some more videos. Okay, that's creepy. So here I am talking about nothing ever happening in my house, and my bedroom door, which was just shut, just opened. So that's kind of on the creepy side. I don't know how I feel about that now, and now I'm kind of panicked, but that is really weird. I don't know, that's yeah, I'm kind of on the, yeah, I'm kind of, I thought I just heard something, and I'm, like, totally not joking. I didn't make that happen. And my dog is locked up. I don't know if you can see him. So it wasn't him. So I don't know. Oh boy. It's like I'm moving out of this place, and now all the creepy stuff's starting to happen. So I don't know. Well, here hopes that I don't end up, dead in the morning or tomorrow morning from some, like, evil, entity. But I've always made jokes at, like, entities and ghosts, because, like, we're not trying to be, like, funny, but like Paranormal Activity and all those, like, funny movies always haunt, like, big fancy houses, and I live in, like, 400 square feet and, like, a house that's, like, 100 years old. So kind of like I'm, like, waiting for something to happen, and now I'm, like, super creeped out. It's like, oh god, I was seeing if it would move again. Okay. Well, apparently maybe it was just, an old house, and it's probably not level, so, and I might not have shut it all the way, but, yeah, that's kind of creepy. So, yeah, on that subject, I'm gonna go and smudge my house. So, alright, everybody have a great day. Bye.